Jessica Frost Ballas here with a video for Lawnfawn. Today I'm sharing a cheery autumn card with Copic coloring, distress oxide ink blending, and lots of cute apples, so let's get started. First I stamp a bunch of images from Apple-solutely Awesome onto white cardstock with Copic-friendly black ink. I color all of my images using Copic markers. I start with my darkest marker first, and then blend out to my lightest shades. For the tree and barrel I use E29 and add it to the edges of my image. Then I extend the shadows with E27 and E25, moving closer into the center of the tree trunk. I blend everything together with my lightest shade, E23. If I find that it's softened everything more than I wanted, I'll go back in with my darker shades to bring out a little more contrast. I also freehand draw some lines and knots in the tree trunk with E27 and E29. I use G28, 24, and 21 for my leaves. Again, I add a shadow with G28 and then blend out to G21. I use R0000 and R00 for the insides of the apples to give them a faint pink tinge. Then I use R59 for the darkest part of my apple and extend the color with R29 and R27. I add a highlight to the apple with R22 and then color around it with R24. Finally, I go over the lightest parts of the apple again with R22 to soften the effect and blend it all together. I use R00 and R02 for the mouse's nose and ears, and then E70s for his body. The E70 range is one of my favorites for a neutral brownish gray fur color. Next, I color my cider bottle with the E70s for the lid and YR27, 23, and 21 for the cider. Finally, I color the barrel with the same shades as the tree, but add in E21 for a little extra contrast. Once I'm finished coloring, I die cut all the images with the coordinating dies. Next, I ink blend my background using colors that complement my Copic colored images. I start by blending bundled sage and old paper distress oxide ink to create my grass. I leave a gap and add a little scattered straw to start off my sky, and then blend it together with antique linen. For the sky, I want to use colors from my apples and cider, so I blend festive berries, abandoned coral, and dried marigold distress oxide ink. I go back and forth adding more layers of color until I have a smooth transition between the colors. When you're doing blending with lots of colors like this, I recommend looking at the panel from different angles to make sure you don't have any harsh lines. As you can see here, once I turned the panel to the correct orientation, I realized it needed more blending. I let that dry and then trim it down to an A2 panel and adhere it to a card base. Next, I die cut the giant happy fall from gold glitter and black cardstock and adhere them together with a bit of an offset, so that the black cardstock looks more like a shadow. This just helps it stand out more against that bright background. I arrange all the images onto my blended background and adhere them with a mix of A2G adhesive and liquid glue. Off camera, I stamp the little sign and color it with the same Copic shades as the barrel. Finally, I add foam mounting tape to the back of the sentiment and adhere it to the card to add a little dimension and help it really pop. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, I'd love for you to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. Be sure to subscribe to the Lawnfawn channel for even more crafty inspiration. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, have an amazing day and happy crafting. Bye!